One Piece is one of the most popular animes out right now. Everybody has seen it. Not okay, everybody have seen it, not everybody has watched it. But what I'm here to say is that it is the most political aspect of anime that we have right now that we can compare to the modern world. So, in this video, I just want to explain or talk about some points of where it shows a lot of political relevancy to what's going on today. One Piece is a direct critique of how our government works today, where we're rewriting history and we're controlling everyone. And I think in one of the best ways I can prove that is the Doflamingo speech.
Pirates are evil, the Navy is just. But that's only true because history tells us so. Children who've never known peace have different values than children who've never known war. The one who wins will rewrite the definition of right and wrong. They'll decide the future and how the past is written. Will justice prevail? Why, there's no other way! The winner will define the meaning of justice.
In the world of One Piece, the elites, the social elites are the Marines, the Navy, and the world government. The world government at the very top with the celestial dragons who basically think they're gods among men. I mean, you can see them in the anime. They have slaves where they're forced to carry them around. They treat people like lower human beings, like just lowest of the low. And the rebel that we see about that is when Luffy punches one of the celestial dragons, and I believe that is what is the very first start of where this calamity happens, this rebellion happens. Whenever Luffy or whenever somebody comes by brave enough to take that next step, it's clear. I wanted to note that in Marineford, Kobe is literally like crying, bawling his eyes out, trying to explain that the war is over.
You've done enough! There's no point in fighting anymore! There's no point in killing! It's over! We won! We can end this! What is he doing? These are human lives! That says wrong! They have families, children! They're our friends and we're watching them die! We killed Ace! Whitebeard is dead! The pirates don't have the will to fight anymore! What are we trying to prove? What's the point? There are wounded men out there! We could save them if we stop fighting! But no, we're just making more victims, more casualties! Those Marines have nothing to be proud of! That's Kobe. Why are they dying? What are they even fighting for?
Regardless of what the pirates do, because we see Luffy throughout the entire show, he is but giving everybody a chance at freedom, a chance to decide for themselves what they want to do. You see it in Fishman Island, you see it in Alabasta, you see it in pretty much all the arcs. Pretty much all the arcs he is saving someone or something. Now, what I'd like to speak on that is that this is why Luffy is the definition of freedom, because he goes around saving all these people, and it makes him the catalyst for development or progress. Now, with the world government, you have any time before the world government was founded is called the Void Century, because all its history is wiped. There's nobody that knows it, but the scriptures that tell the story of the Void Century are found in poneglyphs, and there was a group of people, I think they were called the Scholars of Ohara, and they were able to read those poneglyphs specifically. Only them. It was their culture. They could only read. They were the only people who could read the poneglyphs. what happened to that island of O'Hara? Well, they blew it up. They called a buster call, which is like basically sending everyone in the Navy, like every strong person ever, just to annihilate everything. So obviously, they didn't want these people to know what happened in that past void century before the world government was founded, because it would have something that would take their credibility. And the way we see that in today's time is with things like the Epstein files and rewriting history of who may have been right in some subjects and who may have been wrong. We see the manipulation of history, even in religion. We see it with the Bible. A lot of reasons for people conquering Western lands and just lands in general were just due to God. They wanted to spread this Christianity, but they would manipulate whatever Bible they made. That's why there's so many renditions in different Bibles, is because they want to change what is in there to fit their narrative. And now that it fits their narrative, then they can do whatever they want because God said so. A lot of things now with TikTok and just like social media platforms, a lot of things are, I would like to say, like, framed. Not framed, but there's like a lot of misinformation going around. A lot of news channels don't really tell any full stories. They leave out some things to fit, once again, to fit their narrative. And I think it's really important to kind of do your own research about things. And with that, I have a added thing for social elites, kind of the Oracle. I'm not exactly sure what the business is about because I've never heard of it until just recently. But Oracle manages the operations of TikTok inside of the U.S. And sometimes there is some leniency to that, and you can search things up and they will come up. But a lot of things, and recently people have been complaining about this, a lot of things that you try to search up will not appear. Say if you were trying to look up some conflicts in Israel, Palestine conflict, the owner of Oracle, Larry Ellison, he has major donations to the IDF, which is the Israel Defense Forces. So yeah, you can see in these social elites, all of this manipulation is going on. We see it with ICE now. A lot of people come here legally, with asylums and the other, I think it's called like TT something. There used to be many ways to come into the country legally. Now those ways have shortened to fit our agenda, and now we're kicking people out for absolutely no reason at this point. And as far as ICE goes, there have been many graphs and just like statistics about like they're killing people, they're sexually assaulting people. Back when 9/11 happened, there was a lot of debates about having your humane rights to privacy and security to basically the safety of the people. And this happened a lot with like airports. That's why you go to the airport, they check everything. They check absolutely everything to the tiniest minute detail. And this is what the world government tries to do in some way. It's just a little more extreme. Like to the world government, fishmen are treated very differently. You see it in the Sabaody Archipelago, and you see it just throughout the show in general. They're sort of like an oppressed people, but this is only happening because there was once a man or a fishman who freed all of the slave fishmen, And ever since then, fishermen have been treated terribly. And what does that reflect in your mind? African Americans in the U.S. I mean, you see, I mean, it's the connection is there. I mean, all of these people have ties to someone. Just because you're rebelling over something that you think isn't right, it doesn't make you evil. Just be like Luffy, for example. He rebels over every type of control. He doesn't like being controlled. He likes to be free. That's his whole thing. He wants to be a free human being and he wants to be the freest person in the world. And to him, to be able to be free is to be the Pirate King. Because then somebody left. And I believe that One Piece has truly had a great influence on just people in general. Because now, look at what's going on. Indonesia and Nepal, I believe, they used the Jolly Roger from the Straw Hat Crew as just a mark of what they stood for. And I believe that that's a very good way to show your beliefs, is to just like carry that around you. Because once people know what it means, then it carries a message. And it's not something that's like, it's not like it's a propaganda either, you know. There's no like violent part of it. It's just like they want to be free. A revolution is in order. And revolutions aren't easy to maintain. I mean, you take the American Revolution, the Haiti Revolution, the French Revolution. People died. There's going to be people that die. You might be one of them if you try to do that. But something needs to change. Something like that were to ever happen, I believe I would step up and try my hardest. Right now, I mean, this is my version of trying my hardest, because I'm not a political person by any means. I just feel like there is a conversation to be had, and I just kind of wanted to use whatever position I had to talk about something real. I want you to question yourself on what is right. What is right to you? Whether that means you believe that ICE should be detaining people. ICE back then is different to what they are now. And even then, ICE was never a positive group. There were still sexual assault cases to that day. This year now, there's 500, I believe 500 cases of sexual assault by ICE to detained women this year, as in 2026. Always be yourself, guys. I love everyone. This is my video about One Piece and how it is completely relevant and almost identical to what the world is going through today. Thank you.